Just perfection and a straw. Coming in hot for the coldest cups on the block. Because there are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's.
Now get an ice cold lemonade, frozen Coca-Cola, or iced coffee. Any size for just $1.79.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Price and participation may vary, cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Attention soccer fans, North Carolina FC invites you to be part of the excitement. Join us in our electrifying games with top-tier players, thrilling goals, and unforgettable moments. Experience the thrill of this beautiful game with North Carolina FC. Get your tickets now, northcarolinafc.com.
At WakeMed MyCare 365, we deliver convenience others only talk about. Every day of the year. Primary care and urgent care under one roof. Multiple locations, virtual visits, walk-in or schedule an appointment online. From annual physicals and routine care to sinus infection, strep, or the flu, we couldn't be more convenient. Learn more about our kind of care and our kind of convenience at wakemed.org.
It's playoff time in the NBA and the NHL. Baseball's in full swing, and FanDuel is your place to bet on every game. Adam Gold here, and right now, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you make your first $5 wager, because you know me. Go to FanDuel.com, promo code AdamGold to get started. FanDuel.com, promo code AdamGold. Then you can bet on anything. Slap shots, home runs, slam dunks, all on an app that is safe, secure, and easy to use. $200 in bonus bets await when you place your first $5 wager. Visit FanDuel.com, promo code AdamGold. FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Must be 21 and older and present in North Carolina. First online real money wager only. $10 deposit required. Bonuses issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov.
This hour on the Triangle Sports Leader is brought to you by the Ritchie Law Firm Injury Lawyers.
Shoots, he scores!
Go to GotBryan.com. That's GotBryan.com.
WCMC-FM HD1 Holly Springs.
You're listening to The Adam Gold Show.
St. Louis coming across. There's Dean on cue. Save Anderson. Second chance. And my goodness, Mr. Anderson, your save of the year. This save is going to be on the highlight reel forever. Mr. Anderson has entered the matrix. We're still scoreless in St. Louis.
Could have used that last night. Oh, it's okay. Hi, everyone. It's the Adam Gold Show. I'm Adam Gold. Victoria's here.
Yes. And it's okay. This is like one of the only times I'll ever be excited, even after a Canes loss.
Yeah, like...
It didn't matter.
Last night's game had such a different, liberating, I don't give a flip feel about it going into it. So, you know, we still did the podcast after. We didn't really sweat what went wrong on any of the 6 Columbus goals that were scored.
I mean, it was one right after the back and forth.
And plenty went wrong. Some of it was bad luck. Some of it was, you know, guys kind of falling asleep. Some of it was not great goaltending. There are a lot of things. I mean, if they had played a really good, solid, button-down game, you know, it's probably, I would say, no worse than 3-3 between the two.
It's okay. The new guys got some ice time, so
they did.
There's that.
Yeah, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
They all broke a sweat. Tony DeAngelo played a lot. Actually,
yeah.
I didn't. Wow. Try again.
Teravainen got some goals. That was always good. That's always good
to see. What happened to me?
It's hump day, so you just gotta get the caffeine in.
That's the thing. Yes, Teuvo Teravainen played great.
Yeah.
I thought Jesperi Kotkaniemi started off great. I thought his game kind of waned at the end. I thought Martin Necas played well. I thought Jack Drury played well. A solid game from him. Look, I talked to Rod before the game and asked him if this was in some ways an opportunity for some of the guys who were playing, who are part of the lineup. You can't sit everybody because you don't have enough guys in reserve. the Hurricanes did sit 8 of their 18 skaters.
Yeah.
But I asked them about opportunities for guys who, because it's a numbers game, not everybody can play. And you've got one guy who played all year until the 2 new guys showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy's got to come out of the lineup. And we'll see. They exchanged 1 for 1, so you're not taking 2 guys who played all year out of the lineup. You're only taking 1. But that guy started off really well. And one of the new guys hasn't really produced much lately. So it sort of creates the conversation. Do you go back to Jesperi Kotkaniemi and healthy scratch Yevgeny Kuznetsov? I don't think that will happen for game 1. But I thought Kotkaniemi showed enough early yesterday where Rod's like, all right, that guy made a little bit of a statement.
Right.
He knows what we do on a regular basis. On top of the fact that I could always cut his ice time back during a game without any repercussions.
Sure.
Because, he's been here, he gets it. Kuznetsov might be a little bit more difficult to do that with, but I think Rod will do what he has to do. Anyway, without giving too much away of what we're going to talk about throughout the program, I thought there was enough that was shown that the head coach can go, all right, these are some things that we have, at our disposal. Terravana was great. I didn't think the defense was great.
Yeah.
I didn't think the goaltending was great. I thought the 3 rookies look like they can do really good things, but they didn't necessarily do many good things.
Yeah.
Bradley Nadeau had a couple of opportunities with shots, one of which was on target. I mean, a couple were on target, and I thought he was okay, but he also gave the puck away a few times and mishandled it a few times. Jackson Blake did the same thing. Scott Morrow passed the puck into an area that made you go, excuse you, what were you thinking exactly again? Why would you ever do that?
Mm-hmm.
He did that a couple of times, but I also think that in many ways Morrow looked like he had the most potential for now. Like if the Hurricanes suffered a couple of injuries on the back end, I would go to Morrow before I would ever put Dylan Coughlin on the ice, who was, again, yesterday, very traffic cone-ish.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so
it's okay.
Coughlin is a minor league defenseman to me.
Yeah, at least we know.
I think they've known. I think they've known. But again, it was just a throwaway. Although you'd be hard pressed telling some of the people in the comment section during the Canes Corner podcast last night, which happened live after the Hurricanes lost 6-3 to the Blue Jackets. Really, the big takeaway for me is that, wow, that was 82 games.
Yeah, 82.
The season came, it started, and it ended already. But I think we're all ready for the playoffs. So let's get moving. Basically just spent all the Hurricanes content. But that's all right. I have
okay.
Other things to get to.
It's topical.
But let's hear from the head coach on what time is it right now.
Well, you don't flip any switch. That's the key. The key is that you play the same way you've been playing, and you know, again, throw this game out because we didn't have our guys in there. But when you get your full group, how you've been playing and preparing, and that's the game that got you 52 wins or whatever it was. You got to bring that starting whenever it is.
Yeah. The only thing that changes when you get to the playoffs are the stakes. I mean, Carolina plays a certain way. If they don't play a certain way, they're not going to be successful. They're not suddenly going to go, up and down the ice helter-skelter, which actually is what last night's game looked like for a while. There were a lot more scoring chances both ways than the head coach is ever comfortable with. Ever. I think in the first two periods combined, there were like 25 grade A scoring chances. It was goofy. That's not what Rod's about. It just isn't. He wants Like, I want to control this a little bit more. But last night's game was never going to be one for that. Graham Hill hosted, we have a 9 to 10 show here called Next Up, normally hosted by our fearless leader, Paul Ihander. But Graham filled in today. And I jumped on with Graham, and he asked me how I would rate the season overall. First, here's the head coach. How did he view the year?
You know what? It's been a great year. You got to give these guys a ton of credit. This game you can throw away. It's the one game you can throw away. And, the way we started, we had some real tough breaks going early in the year, and there's a lot of, I wouldn't say, I don't know what you say about it, but there was a lot of talk about our group, but you knew it was going to end like this. You just did, because there's so many good players in here, and just they get it. And I'm happy with the season they've had, and now we obviously turn the page. This is what we wanted to play for all year, and we're going to get an opportunity to do that.
They overcame the first 2 months of bad goaltending, the injury to Frederick Anderson, well, not injury, the condition of Frederick Anderson. They overcame themselves at times when they weren't playing the way that they're designed to play. I mean, there were several, we have to decide who we want to be, what kind of team we want to be. Jordan Stahl saying we need more buy-in. There was a lot of that in the first 2 months of the season. And then at the back end of that 6-game road trip, which started in Western Canada, and then as we've drawn the line, the game in Ottawa on December 12th, from that point on, this is the Carolina Hurricanes. From December 12th to today, you look at every available data point, and it screams one of, if not the best team in hockey. I'm not suggesting that they're a lock for anything. They could lose to the Islanders. But from that point on, the Hurricanes, they didn't flip a switch. They just buckled down. They got good goaltending. They started playing closer to the way they're supposed to play. I grade Carolina's season as an 8 out of 10.
It's a good one.
The regular season. Because the regular season, I don't give 10s.
No.
I don't give 10s.
No.
Right?
If they win the cup, you can go back and give them a 10, maybe.
But not for the regular season. I'll give them a 10 for the playoffs.
Right.
The playoffs are a completely different season.
Yeah.
All right, let's spend a couple of minutes on at least one other thing. First, Jeremy Roach did, in fact, declare for the NBA draft and put himself in the transfer portal. And I guess, again, in retrospect, we should not be surprised with the return of Tyrese Proctor and Caleb Foster, incoming wings, and I think John Shire will search out the portal for another guard, somebody who can support the 2 returning players, as opposed to having 3 returning players that all want to play 30-some-odd minutes, knowing that all 3 can't, to get some of these other recruits on the court. What you need is a guard who can back up those 3 spots, and Jalen Blakes isn't around anymore. It shouldn't be a surprise that Jeremy Roach went into the transfer portal. He says the NBA doesn't really want Roach at this point, but he's smart to at least go through the process and find out from them what they need from him for next year. St. John's, possible. Kentucky and Arkansas, possibilities for Jeremy Roach. Look, I loved Roach as a player. I hope he does well. I'll keep an eye on what he's doing, where he goes. But again, seemed all very inevitable. All right, so there's one more story. We're going to talk basketball with Chucky Brown in about 3 minutes. We'll talk about last night's play.